Hey man, just giving you a quick call. I just wanted to let you know that you are so close, dude. You're so much closer than you think. A lot of these big goals that we've had and these big aspirations, they're right around the corner for you, dude. So you just cannot give up. So stoked for you to see this. P.S. We bought a Lambo. So keep going, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bryson. This is the Bryson Everyday Project podcast. This podcast is a little bit different than other ones out there. Here, I only focus on documentation. I don't focus on quality or being professional or being entertaining. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love for you to stick around and give the show a listen. You can also follow me on Instagram at BRQUSE. Thank you so much. Here's the show.
Yo, what's going on? It is 9:17 a.m. What up? I finished running this morning around 8:30, and your boy ran 2 miles without stopping. Never done that before in my life. So we upped it from 1.5 a couple days ago to 2 today. And yeah, so I feel great. I feel fantastic. I woke up early today, sat in bed for longer than I'd like, but I got up early, and that's a lot better than now just waking up. So that's literally all I was talking about last night, yesterday's episode. I just, like, knowing that I already woke up, already got a workout in, and I'm headed home before I woke up yesterday, you know what I mean? That's just literally what I'm talking about. But I wanted to share this thought really quick, kind of a try-hard thought or whatever, but I don't know, it's just what goes through my head always. So I'm sitting here after I finished the run, and the jets they're doing their takeoffs up on base right now, and so I filmed one because I think they're so sick. And then one goes by, another one goes by, whatever. And then as I'm about ready to leave, sorry, it is so fucking hot in here. I gotta roll this down. Hold on. Okay, to get it aired out a little bit. So as I'm about to leave, another jet takes off, and there's a jet in the distant background, you know, far away, and then up close there's a bird. Now, from my perspective, they were both flying. The bird was right behind the jet, obviously much closer. And I was just like, holy shit, dude, that's like, what? Maybe a metaphor or an analogy for life? Like, you have the jet that's built and created as a team with a vision, you know, and then you have a bird that's just God-given talent, you know? And so it got me thinking. I'm like, dude, that's it for life right there, bro. That's it. You have the people who think that they can soar and fly, and they can do all these things, and you know, they can do a lot. They can fly, whatever, you know, it's a metaphor. They're a bird. They can fly. A jet. What I'm trying to say is a bird and a jet, they both fly. Both soar through the sky. Both get from point A to point B without touching the ground. One of them is much faster. One of them is much bigger. One of them requires so much more. Another one is just how it is, you know, and that's a bird. So just got me thinking, because I'm like, okay, a bird is just how it is, you know, you're just, I don't know, you're just given this ability, this talent to fly. And then I'm like, okay, well then there's a jet. The fuck's a jet? And I was trying to think of like just buzzwords, you know, and so here's what I got. So I wrote these down. Use ChatGPT to help me out, I'm not gonna lie. But a jet consists of the teamwork, right? Because we all gotta come together as a team to build the jet. Comes with the calculation from the engineers and the math and all this stuff, just all mathematics in general, to calculate everything to do with this jet and flying and trajectory and weight and weight distribution and all this stuff. We have all the effort that goes into it, all the design, the blueprint for the entire thing. We have the whole framework of how it's going to be constructed and the order of operations and how things happen. And all of this work goes into a jet. But then birds will look at the jet and be like, oh, he got lucky. It's like, no, dude, he didn't, though. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where my mind went with this morning. It's just, a bird's just born. It's untaught, if that's a word, not taught, uneducated. A bird is what it is. That's people are born birds and they're like, well, I can never be a jet. And like, if we're being real, like, of course, because fucking jet's mechanical, a bird will never be a jet. But the whole metaphor, you know, what is it, a simile, a fable? I don't know, dude. Just got me thinking, just where my mind goes. So I wanted to share that, and I'm going to be back later. No, I'm not actually. I got more shit I want to say. I just don't want to record a show right now because it's just quality's asshole. I'm in my car, you know, but I'm going to say this and actually then hop off because I don't want it to sound like shit. I got cool shit to say. And there's probably going to be more that happens today. But so that message I sent in the group chat yesterday, I must think so incorrectly. I must just not. I think I'm proof that you can just get in your own head and create problems that just don't exist. Because that message that I sent in that group chat, I thought for sure I'd get a message from somebody that's like, hey man, can't do that because we're hiring you for this. We don't want you XYZ. I don't know. I don't even know why, dude. That's the vibes I get. I just feel like I'm on eggshells. I don't like that. So I sent that message and then Brian just likes it, gave it a heart. And I was like, oh, so it's fine then. And I was just like laughing at myself because I'm like, I made a big deal out of nothing, dude. Now if Brian listens to the show, he's gonna be like, why the fuck does this guy think I hate him? You know what I mean? And so I made I sent that message in the group chat, and I've got like 7 or 8 people now that have reached out and said, hey man, I'm interested. Like, what services do you offer? Blah, 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 you know? And I'm like, dude, no way. This is crazy. And so I've reached out to the other people as well, to the people who reached out to me, and I've just kind of shared what I do for Mina pretty much and what I'm looking to do. Made it very clear that I do not want to, or that I'm not offering any kind of client-facing services whatsoever. And I think for the most part, everybody's really receptive of that. And yeah, hold on one second. All right, what's up? Can't remember where I was at with chatting about shit, but I don't care. I'm just gonna keep on talking. So, had some people reach out, and I'm obviously talking back to them to try to, dude, why do people fucking dude, if you're turning left, stay in your fucking lane. Don't go into the goddamn lane that if I'm turning left and the person to my right that's coming toward me is also turning left, don't touch my lane, bro. God damn. All good. So I've had some people reach out. I'm reaching back out to them saying, hey, this is what I offer, this is what I do, blah, blah, blah. No more client-facing shit. I'm not doing check-ins, I'm not doing updates, none of that. All operations, all back-end, all infrastructure, the business systems, processes, all that stuff. And everyone that I've said that to, they've been like, oh yeah, perfect, this is exactly what I'm looking for. And this guy, he seems the most serious out of everybody. A lot of people are just spotty with their responses. Some people haven't responded to my response, which I guess this is the power of speed, right? You have an opportunity. The first person who kind of says, hey, I want to bring you on, it's like the first person that I go with, you know what I mean? So I don't know. But this guy, he is in the VIP, which I think is like $50,000 a year, with Brian and Cole, owners of PT Dom. So it goes CLA, which is what I'm in. It's $500 a month. Then there's the 10K Mastermind. I think that's $1,000 a month. I could be wrong. And then there's the $1 million Mastermind, which is, I don't know how much that is. VIP is $50,000 a year, though. I know. I'm pretty sure about. Maybe it's $50,000 for a half year. I don't know. Something like that. VIP is the highest. Very important person. Also, fun fact, VIP in music means variation in production. I didn't know that. I've actually known that for a while, but I didn't know that for 25 years of my life. Anyway, so this guy said that he's looking for a long-term position as well, a relationship as well. It sounds so weird to say that, looking for a long-term relationship. But I mean, he is, like, as far as business goes. Yeah, anyway, so that's cool because that's what I'm looking at. And he seems like he wants to get going sooner than later. I don't even know where to start. I'm so new at this. This makes me feel like I'm just some phony because I was also thinking about this when I was running. I have, quote, failed at business with this fitness coaching thing for, the last 5 years. So I don't have a winning track record here. So it's like, why do I all of a sudden now believe that I can make X, Y, or Z happen when I have the last 5 years as proof that I cannot? You know what I mean? So I'm just hard on myself that way. I just feel like, imposter syndrome right now is really cooking. It's boiling on my skin right now. So, yeah, he said he wants to make this a long-term relationship or a long-term position, whatever you say. And I want to make sure that we are on the same page, because he also said that he uses Notion. He says he's got 9 employees. He said the systems are messy because he's the one trying to make it. And my first thought was, oh, dude, I fucking got you. Put me in I got it, bro. I got it. So I don't know how Notion works with having different accounts in different spaces like that, especially if I'm the owner and the creator of one and then also just an admin of a completely different one. I don't know how that works. He also doesn't use Everfit. He uses Trainerize, which I've used in the past. It was what I used, the first thing I used. I think everybody uses it, and that's why I just didn't want to use it the second time. I don't know. But he said he's got 9 employees. So that makes me think that there's a lot going on. There's 9 people. So there's 10 total people who are doing shit. That's 20 hands just fucking shit up. You know what I mean? So I don't know what he's looking for. He said long term. I don't know what he's looking for as far as day to day goes. I don't know if he needs a guy 8 hours a day, because if he does, oh fuck, dude. Oh fuck, that's sick. Honestly, if he did want 8 hours a day, I would say, okay, I'm not doing every day of the week. And truthfully, I'm not going to, because I would rather give Mina more hours, because this is like a huge reason I feel like why I'm even in this position is because Mina gave me a shot. So I feel like I owe a lot of this success. I feel like I owe a lot, well, I guess success. A lot of the opportunity, I owe him a lot due to the opportunity that he has given me. So, but then I could also say the same thing about PT Dom. In case anyone is not hearing me, PT Domination, that's what that means. There you go. But I could also say the same thing about PT Dom, because if I never would have tried to pursue fitness coaching again, I wouldn't have these opportunities. And if I didn't try to pursue if I didn't want to pursue fitness coaching again, what would I be doing? I don't know. It's just, you never know. Would I have taken the deferred resignation program? You never know, dude. You can always connect the dots backwards, right? It says Steve Jobs, and I think that's a magical quote, dude. You can only connect the dots backwards. And it's just this beautiful thing to think about. I think it's so true. I'm not even going to try to dive into that, but it's so true, dude. All times in my life where I'm like, oh, that happened because of this, and it all adds up perfectly. It's a perfect picture. It's like, that's why. It's like, actually hasn't. Dude, when we die, I hope we get some kind of recap, Like all the what ifs and the, if you would have done this, your life would have looked like this, all those scenarios. Like, give me stats. If I wouldn't have picked up trash on February 2nd, 2021, how many people's lives would that have changed in the entire world? Like, give me stats like that. Shit's so cool to me. Give me some data, Put that shit in a Notion database. Let me see some shit, Anyway, so I'm going to see what kind of work they're looking for. And, yeah, just get a feel. Because there's one other guy. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think it's Akani. I don't even know if I'm even thinking of the right... whatever. He's also looking for a similar thing. He only has 2 coaches, but they're transformation coaches, and so it's not the whole shadow coach model. It's each coach has their own thing. So a coach gets brought into the program, and it's up to them to get their own clients. So I don't even know. But if he's like, here's the thing. So I've been working for Mina for like minimum every day, at least 5 hours, at least. So I don't know what the hell I can do with these other guys if it's truly just 2 hours a day. So I don't know where to draw the line there. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I guess we'll figure that out. He wants to set up a call. That's my garage. Sorry about that. He wants to set up a call and go over just, what he wants and see I don't know, just to get a feel, see if we are in alignment, see if what I have to offer is what he needs and all that shit. So I don't know. And there's been a couple people that have reached out actually that are, I'm assuming, from London and the UK and stuff, just based on their accents alone. I don't know. And no offense to British people, I don't give a fuck. But I'd rather be in the same time zone. I'd rather have like some cultural similarities. I'd rather have things in common that way. I don't want to be some overseas guy that's doing shit. I'd rather just be, oh, you're in Colorado, sick. We have already so much, I don't want to say in common, but similarities as far as, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It makes sense in my head. I don't know how to use words to get it out, but yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Like same thing with Australia. That'd be so sick, but they are, I don't know what time it is over there. It's like midnight over there, some shit, right? Or maybe it's the next day already. I don't know. It's just communication would be asked. They'd want to do stuff at weird times. I don't know. So if I could just find someone in the States, that'd be cool. Seems like everybody for the most part is, but I don't know. Let's check if anybody has messaged me back. Oh, yep, they have. God damn, he sent me 2 voice messages. So, yeah, I think some cool things are coming down the pipeline, and I just got to make sure I take advantage of it. And, yeah, one thing that's really cool, Voice Crack Central, about this is that I made this happen, I sent a message, and I literally said right before I sent the message, what's the worst that could happen? They fire me and I don't work and I have to owe $2,000. Well, that blows ass for sure, but it's okay. And then that's cool that I kind of made that analysis and evaluated the pros and cons and then just sent it, knowing damn well that whatever happens, I'm cool with. And now we have these opportunities lined up, and it's literally because I was like, fuck it, let's go. So that's cool. That's a cool feeling. So anyway, I'm sure I'll have more to report on later, but that's it for now. So talk to you later. And if this is the end of the show, then peace. All right, I'm back. So I'm trying to record on my laptop. Oh, by the way, it's 5:11 p.m. Same day, obviously. I don't know when I stopped recording. I think it was like 10 a.m. or something. 9:30, 9, I don't know. But so I'll record a voice memo on my phone, and then it'll just back up. It'll just sync to voice memos, and then on my MacBook, I can just pull it up and continue recording, same file. But it's not pulling up, and it didn't pull up 594 either. So I just had to like share the file from my phone and airdrop it to my computer. Usually it's just, I just, drag and drop, but whatever. So there's a hole in my whiteboard. What the hell is this, dude? What is this? Interesting. Anyway, so that's annoying. The reason why that's annoying is because, so I can record on my computer, no problem. But if I do that, it makes a new file. And that means when I want to paste the transcription, I got to open 2 files, copy the transcription, paste it twice. And it's just tedious because it's not just like double click, copy. It's like I got to go and it's just, if we're talking to me, it's like 3 extra clicks, but they're just annoying clicks, and I don't want to have to deal with that shit, so I don't. So here I am on my phone. I gotta hurry and summarize kind of what happened today. So I know I mentioned earlier that I got more people reaching out for the operations role for their businesses. I got 6 total people that I'm now conversing with. Some of them are a lot further along than others. And I'm trying to look here. Some are a lot further along than others. Others are barely beginning, but we have 6 people. 6 people, all right? So 2 of these people seem very, very serious, which is very cool. One of these people seems remotely serious, like he's down to learn more, but I don't know. He's only got a couple coaches.
And it's not even a shadow coach thing. It's like he's got his own, I talked about that. He's got his own transformation people. I don't know. One person actually has not messaged me back. And then another person just barely messaged me back and said, let me know the next steps. So, and then another person is actually, so what did he say? This other person says, yeah, man, that all sounds unreal. We have a lot of systems in place, but they are a little all over the place. Do you want to book in a call? Dude, I'm cool with these calls and stuff, but it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too naive to really value a call right now. Because for me, it's just like, dude, just tell me like what you want, I'll make it. I don't know. The calls are good for clarity. I get it, but I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at right now. But anyway, that's 6 people. 5 people, active conversations. One guy, we've got a call scheduled on, let's see, is it Monday? Let's double check. Monday, 2:30. So that will be, you'll hear that. So this will be on episode, what is today? It'll be 597. So that'll be on 599. Wait, 599? Yeah, so that'll be on 599. And then I've got another call with another guy. That also might be 599. Episode 599 might be a long motherfucker because I've got a Zoom call with Britzy, potentially a Zoom call with this guy, and then another Zoom call with another guy. What else is there? Is that it? So 3 Zoom calls, assuming they're all an hour long, plus my 2 cents. The show is gonna be like 4 hours, bro. Or maybe each call is like 5 minutes, and they were like, "Oh, hell no." Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. But what else is there? I don't know. So I guess the cool thing is, though, that there's 2 people that are very serious. So, like, in an ideal world, I do 2 hours for them both. So that means I'm 2 hours with Mina, 2 hours with another guy, 2 hours with another guy, and that's 6 hours every single day. I told them both that I did not correctly handle pay questions at all. I just wanted to maybe with time I can do that. I don't know. Right now, I think right now I just want to secure more hours. And then when I get those hours, we can figure shit out later. But as long as I have those hours, which is actually only 6 for me to be more than okay. Not to mention I can still do other projects for other, I don't know. Maybe I did it completely wrong. Part of me feels like I did. Other part of me feels like, don't got to worry about it. Let's just pay me, I said, well, Mina pays me what I used to make at my job. Here's the situation, 31, blah, blah, blah. So if you want to match that, that's awesome. I'm not going to do it for less than 30. And I said that to 2 people. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I didn't handle that correctly at all whatsoever. I should have just negotiated on the call or something like that and said, I'm 40. No, I actually did tell one person 35. So maybe that's better. Maybe that's what I should have done. I was going to say like, 50, but I don't know. Not trying to press my luck. I would rather have, so in my head, this is how it's going. So let me pull up this spreadsheet real quick and say the same goddamn numbers I've been saying for the last, 4 episodes now. So if I go to 8 hours a day at $30 an hour is $1,680 a week. So that's cool. $1,680 a week. Now that is pure income. Now obviously I need to save some of that for savings and for tax reasons, so I don't get fucked come tax season. Because I say this every time, but I'm gonna have to report this. I don't. First of all, I don't think that's right to. Well, hold on. We shouldn't get tax. I don't know. Okay, that's a whole different thing. But I don't want it to come back and haunt me if I don't report this. And I feel like me even saying it's like triggered some FBI shit, and now people know, and the IRS and whatever, they're aware of that I'm getting money, and there's the tax logs and the shit for Venmo and Apple. I don't know. I'm sure, whatever. So gonna report it. Not a question. Gonna report it. So because I don't know how that works. I'll have to look into it. But I'm just putting away 20%. And if it's more than that, then I'll pay more. If it's less than that, then I don't know, just keep it in savings. I don't know. Anyway, so that is $1,680 a week, which is, for me, if we're doing just numbers, I would only need to work 2 weeks a month to be able to afford kind of all my expenses, which is cool. So that means I'm going to be doubling my income every month. Doubling my income. I have 100% more income than I have expenses. So expenses would be at that point in time about $3,000, and if I'm making $67.20 through 8 hours, and where does that come from? 8 hours is 4 for Mina, 2 for guy 1, 2 for guy 2. That's a total of 8 hours, and then the occasional shit for PT Dom if that is still what's going on. And yeah, so that's kind of what's going on, and yeah, I'm pretty pumped about that. So as long as I can make sure that these Zoom calls go according to plan, which I guess best case scenario, they say, yeah, let's bring you on, let's have you do X, Y, Z. That's like the best case scenario, because they both said long-term for sure. But I also said, I've also asked them, hey, is this long-term or is this, I think I said that earlier on the show, is this long-term or is this just a couple projects? Or, that one guy said, yeah, it would be a project, but, of course, we'd love to have you manage them and keep them up to date, make sure things are running smoothly. And I was like, yeah, I'd also, that's kind of the idea, because I can make something, I can make a whole system, but then if I'm out, then if something breaks, then good luck. If you need to move things around, you need to add someone or remove someone or update or whatever, it's going to be a little tricky trying to figure it out by yourself. Of course, I could send a video or something like that. But anyway, so there's all that. Now that is best case scenario. But that would mean then that I would not have a whole lot of time. Well, I would have plenty of time. Let's be real here. So if I just work 8 hours, if I'm really strict with it, for Mina, maybe take a break, go to the gym, go eat, I don't know, come back in an hour or 2 hours or whatever, and then 2 for so-and-so, 30-minute break, 2 for another person, then that is a grand total of, what did I just say? So we have 4 2-hour break, 2:32. We'll just round up to an hour. So we'll say 5, 6. So that's 11 hours. So if I start everything at 8, then I'm going to finish everything around 7. So I'll either have to take shorter breaks or, if I just did 8 straight hours, which I should just do that. I could just go 7 to 3, and then hit the gym before or after, or run, or I don't know. But that 2-mile run this morning, I don't know if I shared the time, but it was 2 miles. It was 21:30, slow as fuck. But I'm just pumped that I maintained the pace, because that's kind of what I just don't want to get worse with my mileage. I just want to just keep steady. Whatever it is, I just want to be steady. And I'm pretty much getting 11-minute miles. My fastest ever is 8:59. I don't know how the fuck I did that, bro, but I did that, so that's cool. And that was, I think it was in 2023. It wasn't last year. Maybe it was last year, very early on. I don't know. But yeah, 8:59 is my fastest mile, and my goal is to run a mile without stopping, obviously, in less than 8 minutes. That's my goal. And there's a screw on my carpet. Where did it come from? What the hell is this for? What the fuck kind of screw is this? What's going on? No, actually, there's not. Oh, no shit. Okay. Cool. Well, I gotta screw that back in. All right. Anyway, one of my screws on my desk fell off that holds the little buttons. That's not good. Dude, it's always been loose. No wonder, bro. I just thought it wasn't screwed in. What? Anyway. Okay, cool. Next. So, yeah, I think the main thing is I just want to have shit lined up, capitalize on these opportunities, and then just go from there. Maybe what I can do as I make these systems for these coaches is somehow save them, make them into templates, and then charge up front for them for all these different coaches. So I was thinking about this, and I was like, if I'm charging $30 an hour and it takes me 40 hours to make something from start to finish, or in this case for me, it's probably closer to 80. If it's 80 hours, I would just take 80 times 30 is $2,400, and that's what I would charge, because that's how long it took me to build it. And the person is then paying for my time, and I would just send it over, maybe charge them an extra for an implementation and setup and help and whatever else. And then I would just do that and try to get a coach a week, and then voila, we're at 120 grand a year. You know what I mean? So that's long-term thinking. I don't know shit about any of that stuff. So lots to learn, but I think what is most exciting for me is that I have things lined up, and there's just high potential for me to just make more money, which is cool. I mean, if I'm doing 2 hours Mina, 2 hours guy 1, 2 hours guy 2, plus Air Force money, then we've got $1,260 a week plus my job money, which is take home is $1,600 or biweekly. So I guess it would be $800 take home. So it's $2,000 to take home a week that I would be getting between my job and the coaches. So biweekly, it'd be $1,600 plus 24, so it's $4,000. Yeah, obviously $2,000 plus $2,000, bro. So $4,000 biweekly would be take home. I only need $3,000 to support myself. I say support myself, but like that's what I need to cover my expenses. And I would just love, Alexi and I talked about this, so I feel comfortable saying this, but I would just love to be able to just make it so she doesn't have to pay for shit. I know we're not married, but I love her so much, and I would just love for her to not have any financial worry. And if I could put that on my back, then I would just love, I would feel so accomplished to be able to do that. So, also, I don't think she would even let me. She loves what she does, so she doesn't want to stop working, so that's cool. That we have in common. There's also some other things I would love to just be able to, put money toward, just helping friends, family out with certain things, I would just, I don't know, I would just be floored at the opportunity. So I feel like I did this math wrong, though. 6 hours a day. Yeah, I don't know. And who's to say that it's every single day either, I said 1 to 2 hours a day, 7 days a week. My best guess is they don't operate. I don't know. Who knows? But either way, I got to end the show so I can hurry and get ready for Lexi. I have a calendar event on my phone. Let me read it to you. I think it's funny. And I never adhere to it, dude. I'm always... What the fuck is a calendar app? I've got on my phone at 5 o'clock an event that says, get ready for fuck's sake. It goes from 5 to 5:45. And 6 o'clock it says date night. So, 5 o'clock. Get ready for fuck's sake. It's now 5:26 and I am not doing anything. So I'm going to... I think I have time to do everything I need to do. I think we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Anything else? I don't think so. Definitely going to keep you guys in the loop with the goddamn people that want my services. I'm honestly kind of conflicted because for example, if all 6 people are serious, I don't think they all will be, but if they all are, dude, what do I do? But by the way, that math does not include PT Dom at all, but there would be at least $500 a month from that. So I don't know, dude. What do I do? How do I filter that out? Because I don't want to be like, well, whoever can pay me the most. I'm not going to do that, bro. What the fuck? I'm not going to have people bid for me. I'm not going to have people bid for me now over this. I don't feel like that's right. I don't feel like I have enough, work behind me to have a solid, polished proof of concept of me being able to deliver Because what if these people don't want Notion? What if they want something else? Then I got to learn that thing. And I'm cool with that, but it's just more time, more learning, whatever. So if I can just have, like I said, the whole thing with Notion, a whole template, and just be ready to go, then I think it'd be insane. That's what Mina said. He said, just if I could just deliver this to certain people and have a template or have something ready to just, here you go. I think that would be the way to go. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. What else, dude? I think that's it. Lexi's on her way over, about to go get some Mexican food. Pretty pumped about that. I don't know. Okay, well, I guess that's it. I think I'm just full of excitement, to be honest. I just want to be better now. I want to make sure that all my shit's checked off. I want to make sure that I'm using all my time as best I can, because if I all of a sudden have 8 hours of work to do on top of what I'm doing now, then it's just like, okay, well, I gotta make sure that I'm hitting, checking every box. Kind of makes me want to get up earlier, which, I don't know, because it seems like all these meetings, seems like they all take place after 10. Everyone's like, oh, 10 a.m., hey, 11 a.m., noon, hey, 1 p.m., is that cool? So that whole, waking up early where it's peaceful, that's always made sense to me, because the whole world's sleeping, I get that, but it's making more sense to me because it's like, I want to, like this morning, I woke up, went for a run. And I did this thing in my head. So I woke up and I sat at my computer for a second and I was like, dude, it's nice outside. I'm going to go run. I'm going to go do it right now. And I thought, nah, dude, you got to eat. Because if you're going to train out, you're going to hit the gym afterwards, you got to eat, bro. You can't be training on an empty stomach. And I thought, well, if I eat now, then it's going to force me like 30 or 45 minutes back. It's not going to be what I want to run in, because I want to run when the sun's rising, it's crisp, and the shadows are on the floor. Where else is shadow going to be, bro? And some of the shit that comes out of my mouth on this show. Dude, I want to start making posts on social media with quotes on this show that's like, because if you go, let's do this live, dude, I don't have fucking time to be doing this right now. Let's look. So if I go to my podcast, so if I go to the best quotes, that's a bad example. We'll go to this one. So this one says, Bob Smith is not in a fug, guys. Put him in a fug. Just quote that, post it on social, say episode 595, Bad Project Podcast. And for no other reason than to just kind of promote the shit, but also kind of spark curiosity. Like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? What's another one? There's also some cool shit that I say. Like, okay, this one's actually funny. I don't care about October, January, December, June. I don't give a fuck, dude. As long as it's warm, we're good. Out of context as hell, bro. Where's another one? This one's cool. If something happened to my lower back, I don't want to be like, oh, well, I want to overcome that. That's the quote. Here's another one. These are funny, dude. I'm probably the same thing as a sun glare to people who are driving by because I'm white as fuck. A bee, dude, went on my fucking forehead. I'm going to cannonball into the cement, a.k.a. see you later life. I'm going to do one more. See, this one's cool. Fully confident in my ability to do this myself without support. However, I would love as much support as I can get because that makes it much easier. See, this one, perfect example. And I don't even know if did I say this? Yeah, I did. It's out of context. That's the whole idea. I took a shit. I got poop on my finger. Uh-oh. That's the quote, bro. Just imagine scrolling Instagram, you see that from me, and it's like, man shit on his hand. Why? And then you click on the episode, boom. Is the grass green? Is the sky blue? Cool, bro, cool. I'll go fuck myself. Dude, some of the shit that I say, yeah. Yup. Funny. Okay, I'm done. I gotta, what do my kind of people say? Gotta skeet. I got a jet. Oh, man. I wonder what the funny ones are going to be for this episode. You guys better check the description on this. It's funny. If you don't check the description already, you should. It's all AI now. It's nice because I don't have to think about shit, but it's also kind of Also kind of shitty because I don't think about shit. But anyway. Okay, I love you guys. I really gotta fucking go. Peace.